Yeah, I thought tonight was a real hard-fought game. Really proud of our guys, all of our guys, but just happy for our seniors and that we were able to pull it out for them. I mean, we talked about winning for our seniors and doing all the little things, taking care of business with all the little things we needed to do to win. I did not, for a lot of reasons, I did not think this game was going to be easy. Number one, Richmond's got a really good team. Number two, it's late in the year and everybody's competing and jockeying for a position. But number three, and this is significant, I think that Butler game, even though we won by a lot, that was an emotional game and just a unique situation to move on from. And even though that game was Saturday and today's Wednesday, it says a lot for our guys to come out here tonight and find a way to win coming off of that game, because it would have been easy to rest a little bit or feel a little bit complacent, and if we'd have done that at all, tonight would not have been a win.
You have to be pleased the way this game ended, the execution in the final minutes.
Yeah.
How the last one was.
Well, obviously we didn't finish the job last time, and Richmond had a lot to do with that. I mean, they made some terrific shots and great plays in that closing minute of that game. But yeah, it was a big emphasis, obviously, for us is, when we get up, then, in the last minute or the final minutes of the game, we need to finish the job. And our guys did a great job of that tonight.
Coach, for you, how emotional is it to coach a senior night?
We spent some time together last night as a team. Got a lot of the emotions out last night. Guys kind of went around the room and spoke about the seniors and said some really nice things and shared some funny stories, and guys shed some tears. So that helped. Tonight, there wasn't quite as much of the emotion, but obviously wanted to win for those guys. I had a feeling early in the game that, again, it wasn't going to be easy. I mean, Saturday came so easily, and again, not so much because of the opponent, just because of the situation, and we made some shots. But I knew tonight we were really going to have to grit it out.
Coach, this senior class won 108 games, which is as much as any other senior class.
Mm-hmm.
What's that say about them?
It says they're winners. They are guys that are very unselfish. They care about the team. These three guys have won games in different ways. They won games a couple 3 years ago as role players and guys that were in a supportive role, and now as seniors, particularly Darius and Buzz, those guys are at the forefront of everything we're doing. They played tonight 34 and 36 minutes and obviously made some great plays.
Coach, did you ever think about stopping the full court press with Kendall Anthony blowing by it?
Did I think about it? Yes. But I think, number one, we turned them over just enough. They had 15 turnovers, which is kind of our magic number. We want to force a lot more than that, but I think, Scott, we've won every game when we forced 15. So we were able to turn them over just enough. And then you hope that there's a cumulative effect to the press so that over time, at the end of the game, it wears some people down and maybe affects their legs and their shot. But, yeah, I mean, they're a tough team to press. Anthony and Lindsay and Brothers, they were ripping on the dribble. They were ripping at sideline and getting by us on several occasions. That's okay when that happens, but we got to fix it on the back end and contest shots. I didn't think we did a very good job of that in the first half and at times in the second half.
Coach, can you reflect on Beyonce? You look at got 2 early fouls in the first half, 2 early fouls in the second half.
Yeah.
But comes in late in the game, hits big free throws, and coming off a game where he had some huge plays against Butler.
Yeah, I mean, Breeze as important to our team as almost anybody, and we need him in there. But tonight he had the foul bug, and that's why he was only able to play 6 minutes. He was giving me a hard time yesterday because he said that if he played more, he would lead the nation in steals. And so my point to him after tonight's going to be, I can't play you more because your butt's on the bench with foul trouble. So we'll work on that. He wasn't trying to foul, obviously, but it's a fine line between the aggressiveness with which he plays and then having discipline not to foul.
Coach, when you talk after the games, you always mention aggressive. You want to be the aggressor. I think you went to the free throw line 25 times in the second half. Was that something you kind of talked about at halftime to be more aggressive?
Well, Richmond's defense is very different, and it's something that can get you on your heels. And if you get on your heels, then the advantage is to them. I think our guys did a nice job of attacking one-on-one matchups after we moved them around a little bit. And then we were able to get to the line, and the guys did a nice job making free throws.
Can you comment on this rivalry now that you're both in the league and you've played each other twice, and for years to come, how it's different?
Well, it sure is been ratcheted up a level. I said this the last time. It reminds me now of Old Dominion. Old Dominion was such a heated rivalry when we were both in the CAA. We played twice a year, once at their place, once at our place. And every game was seemingly, down to the last minute or two. And that's what this one's like now. And that's what's happened in both the games this year. Who knows? Maybe we'll play a third time. I think there's so much still to shake up with the conference standings. You never know if we'll end up on the same side of the bracket or what'll happen there. But just got a ton of respect for Richmond, Coach Mooney and their staff. They go about things in terms of style of play probably about as opposite from us as you can. But that's a great thing about basketball and about coaching. You don't always have to do it the same way. They can be effective doing it their way. We can be effective doing it our way. And then when we play, it's an exciting game.
Coach, they announced that the student section won the student section of the year. Any comment on
That's
that?
awesome. I think it's well-deserved, and I love our students. And, it's a pretty amazing honor when you think about the stiff competition. And, I coached as an assistant coach in the ACC, in the SEC. I had the chance to coach at a lot of places and see some phenomenal student sections. But for ours to be voted number one, it's not surprising to me because I love our students and I think they don't take a backseat to anyone. But it really is a great honor, and we're just very, very appreciative to have the support that we have, our students, all of our fans. And I think today was the 35th consecutive sellout. So just lucky to have that.
With the students being crowned national champs, does that put any added pressure on the team?
Well, I'll tell you what, it certainly sets the bar high. But we're going to do the best we can. And, our focus obviously is just on the next game. Temple will be a challenge. But, I'm proud of our guys. Everybody talked about the tough stretch that we had in the second half of Atlantic 10 play, and it has been a tough stretch. But our guys have focused on one game at a time and one practice at a time and really taken on the task at hand and done a nice job. And now we'll see what we can do in this last regular season game.
Shaka is in the row across the screen there on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that wasn't my idea, but
It's not a bad idea. And one of them is anytime you're stretched, you grow.
Yeah.
So are you guys still growing? Are games like this that stretch you?
Yeah, you got to keep growing. I mean, it's March 6th, and the best teams are getting better. If you're staying the same, then you're falling behind. Certainly if you're getting worse, you're falling behind. I think tonight Richmond stretched us from the standpoint of scoring 82 points on us, 41 per half. You're not going to win a lot of games if you give up that many. Fortunately, we were able to get it going offensively tonight. But, we'll look at the tape and address some things on the defensive end, on the rebounding side of things, and work to get better.
Coach, you kind of touched on it, but your early thoughts about your season finale at Temple?
Oh man, that's a tough place to play as well. I mean, we've kind of been through the gauntlet here in the Atlantic 10, and this last regular season game will be no different. They've got a terrific team. They've got probably the guy that's going to be named the Conference Player of the Year. I would vote him Conference Player of the Year, Khalif Wyatt. It was just a scoring machine. And they have 7 or 8 guys on their team that can really play, and a high-level coach in Fran Dunphy, who's a guy that I've always been a big fan of. So for us to go up there and win, we're going to really have to be on the ball. We're going to have to defend better. We're going to have to rebound better, and go in there as the aggressors. So we're excited. I mean, when you come off of a game like tonight and a last few games like we've had, Xavier, Butler, Richmond, now we get the opportunity to just let our hair down, go up to Philly and see what we can do. But it's definitely going to be a challenge.